Yeah, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Survive Beauty Channel. I am Poetry. I am the owner, operator, founder, CEO of Survive Beauty and Skincare. This is my channel. Welcome. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when the videos come out on this channel at least twice a week. Today, normally on Saturdays, what I do is give y'all a little bit of insight on my life as an entrepreneur and things that I've learned and things that I've talked about, things that I'm doing and done. And today I'm going to talk about starting your lip gloss business for less than $100. You know what I'm saying? Less than 100 business. Bam. There we go. Starting your lip gloss business for less than $100. Can you do it or not? That is the question. So if you want to know more information about that, stay tuned, sit tight, and hear what I got to talk about. Right? Okay. I love to rhyme. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. So anywho, as you're aware, my business has been in operation since December 14th of 2020. And there are a lot of things that I was researching before I started the business. So being that the internet is a source of information for everybody nowadays, I decided to go through YouTube, through Google, and see what all it was needed to actually jump into the lip gloss business. I'm not just going to focus on lip gloss only, but that's the product that I wanted to start with first. So I wanted to see what was out there, right? So as I went on my little Google searches, my little YouTube searches and all that stuff, I ran across a few videos that were suggesting to me that I could start a lip gloss business for $50 or less. I was like, interested. Tell me more. Okay, so I saw some more videos say, okay, start a lip gloss business for $100 or less. Okay, that seemed like it made a little bit more sense, but still, tell me more. Okay, so I started listening to these few people here and there, and I was like, wait a minute. The more and more I listen to them, the less and less they made good business sense for me. They may have made some logical sense, because they were like, you know what, if you ain't got no money, you're on a budget, just start it now. I encourage people to just start their dreams and jump out there and do it when you can do it. If you feel like you ain't got the money now, you're going to always find an excuse on why you can't do something. But sometimes you have to look at things in a legal matter, a legal point of view as well, and determine if that's really something that you can legally do, starting a business. So I jotted down a couple of the young ladies' points of interest. Actually, a few of them. I just kind of compiled it into some notes here. And I'm not going to put their names out there because these are some very successful young black business owners here on in these YouTube streets, is like what I like to call them. They are. I'm proud of them. I feel like I'm a big auntie or their mama or something like that. That they was able to get out there and do it, and they are continuously growing. However, as a person of my age, like I said, I'm 47 years old. I've started a few businesses here and there. I've had some good successes and I had some failures with them. There's certain things that myself as a business owner have to do, and there are things that they have shortcutted in the process. So if you're trying to start your own lip gloss line, beauty line, hand care, any type of business, cutting grass, whatever, there are things that you can do for under $50 to get started. There's things you can do for under $100 that makes more business sense than the $50 or less. However, both of those things are still not legitimately making you an official business, official recognized business, put it that way. I got my water here, y'all. I'll be drinking, and I got a good mic, and my mic pick up all my swallowing, so y'all gonna hear that. Give me a minute. I be thirsty. Just before I go any further, the color that I'm wearing right now is Supernova. It is part of my Galaxy edition. It's sold on my website for $7.99. Survive Beauty. I always have to wonder where y'all be putting your hands up, but now I know. Get a little focus. We're gonna get a little focus. We're gonna get something up in there. But this is the color I have on. It's a pigmented gloss. It has glitters and shimmers in it. I don't know if y'all can really see it that good. Let me see. Each gloss that's in the Galaxy set has a different level of shimmerizations. You know, basically glitter has different levels of it in there. So some of them are more milder, some of them hold the color more. I wanted to give y'all a good variation so you can get the whole set, or you can buy them individually. Like I said, this is the one right now is Supernova. All right, commercial over. Let's get back to business. So business startups for $50 or less. Like I said, I jotted down a few things that a couple of the people said, and most of them seem to have the same topics, which makes me believe they all probably follow some of the same people on YouTube, and they're getting the same information and they're regurgitating it, which, you know, that's all fine and dandy. The first video, I got my notes and I heard somebody looking down, and y'all know, like I said, I'm already 47. I can't wear my glasses. No, I can't read with my glasses on, y'all. So anyway, so the first video that the first few videos that I watched, they all kind of similar theme. They kind of focused on what you needed to buy. I only heard one other young lady saying that she's only focusing on what you need to buy. There's other facets, other layers of actually starting a business, but this is just what you need to buy. So her $50 were things that you just needed to buy just to kick you off. She's not saying that her $50 is going to get you to be an official business. But there's a lot of videos out here on YouTube that are saying exactly that. And they are using some of the same categories to say you can start your business for $50 and that's it. Okay, so, but basically off of what we need to buy, this person listed tubes. Do I got any tubes around here? Heck, tubes, you know, tubes. They mentioned tubes. And they suggested buying them off of Amazon. Amazon is quick and easy. Shipping can get there to you. And they suggested buying maybe 20 tubes at a time, because you're on a budget. You don't have that much money. Around $4 a tube, something like that. Okay. They also suggested buying Versa Gel from TKB Trading. They have like a 5-ounce bag, something like that, for $5. I think it's like actually $7 now. So at the time she made the video, or the time that the video was made, it probably was less. Like I say, a lot of these people were saying the same thing. This was making me think that they are not doing the research themselves. They're just regurgitating something that they learned as well. But that's okay. Then you need the colors that's going to go in here. They call micas. The powdered version is called micas. The liquid version is called pigments. They run for about $1.65 for a sample on TKB Trading. The sample is usually like 10 grams, you know. And then she mentioned that you need to have promotion, which she didn't mention. Nobody mentioned the cost of this promotion. So I believe that she was. I believe that they're looking at using your social media, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, things like that, because you can promote there to your friends and family at no charge, right? Unless you have a business account and you want to reach your wider audience, then you'll be paying boost fees, basically $5 here, $10 there, $20 there, to boost it off to more people through those social media outlets. Okay, they suggested that you get business cards. You can get them off of companies like Vistaprint. You can go to your local printing company. You can print them yourself by picking up a pack of business cards from Office Depot or something like that and print them yourself. It runs you about $10, you know what I'm saying? And then actually getting a website. There's several different ways you could do this. There are some options where you can have just like a free site. You can go to WordPress, make up a site. You can go to Wix, get a free site. But then you have to add your e-commerce portals or apps on there so that you can actually collect money. Unless you do like I did doing my pre-sale. I put up pictures of everything that I wanted to sell, did videos here on YouTube of what I want to sell, and then everybody paid me through my PayPal. So they say, okay, I want this in the picture, this is how much it costs, and I created them an invoice based on what they told me they wanted, and I sent it to them and they paid me straight through PayPal. So that was another way to avoid doing the website at this point. But as of right now, from what old girl has on here, I'm saying old girl, but like I say, it's a multitude of people mixed together. They got $4 for tubes, about $5 to $7 for your Versa Gel. I'm gonna use the high number, 11. One color if you get one color at $1.65, we're gonna round it up to $2 because you still gotta pay for shipping. Then we at $13. Business cards are probably about $10. We at $23. And they suggested getting a website through something like Big Cartel. And who else they have? They listed a few other. I had a few other lists that I forgot to write down. But with Big Cartel, you can get a free website if you list 5 products. They let you put up one picture, and you could have a domain name that's gonna have a handle on the end of it, which I didn't prefer. But it says that you could use a custom domain name, which I'm not sure if they're making you pay for the custom domain name that you could use on their site. That I don't know. So you're looking at about $30, for starting that up. So under $50, she was right? Okay, so the other people that I saw, they had the $100 startups. They were basically buying a full-on website either through Wix or Shopify or GoDaddy or Square. I think Square might be free sometimes too. They were using sites like that. Those range on average from $20 to $30 on a monthly fee. She also listed getting the base from the same place, TKB Trading, about at $5 to $7. We're gonna leave it at that again. We get your pigments again. One of the things that the first young lady forgot to add is oils. When you're making lip gloss, you need oils. So she didn't have that figured into her $50 cost. The average oil, maybe for like an 8-ounce bottle, is about $10 to $15. 16, 8-ounce bottle, yeah, about $10. But a 16-ounce bottle probably got you about $20 around this time now, $15 to $20. And if you wanted to have some type of scent along with your gloss, then you want to get some flavor oils. They probably run you about $2 to $3 for like one vial. And let's see, getting tubes. Like I said, the first lady has said that you can get about 20 tubes for $4. You can get about 50 for like $17. Go big, go hard. You know what I'm saying? Of the squeeze tubes. What I found is my customer base don't like the squeeze tubes. So I could order like 100 squeeze tubes, but they want wands. And these cost a lot more. You only gonna get about 10 of these, 10 to 20 of these for about $20, $30. So you got to figure that in on what your customers are actually going to want from you. I'm not sure if it's just because of my age and the age of people that I draw towards me. Most of them prefer wands, or people who are really deeply into beauty, they prefer wands because of the way that you can control how you apply the makeup. So just buying 20 to 50 squeeze tubes may not benefit you if that ain't what your customer want. Okay, so think about that. The second young lady, Elise, mentioned shipping. The first girl did not mention shipping at all. How you gonna ship your products? So in that $50 fee, she ain't mentioned that you gotta buy packaging to ship it. Packaging, I got it over here. I got some examples. Some bubble mailers. What you gonna do? You just gonna throw your lip glosses in the bubble mailer by itself and go like that? No, you might want some little baggies or something, or you might need some boxes or something to go in there to be able to ship this stuff to people. Business cards. They all mention business cards again, and this young lady also does tag cards and thank you cards. Thank you cards is basically like simple notes telling people, hey, big ups, thank you for shopping with me. I appreciate it. I myself got thank you stickers. I got thank you stickers. I got this whole roll for like, I think it was $6.99. There's 1,000 stickers on here. I do have some little cards too, but for the most part, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I tell you thank you usually when I see you or talk to you, because most times the people that bought from me originally was people I knew. But she said that you can get some little blank cards from the dollar store. Her total cost came up to be about $80. So again, looking at these two ladies, can you start a business for $50 or less or $100 or less? Yeah, you can. You really can. But is it a legitimate business? And the answer to that is no. And you look at me like, excuse me, girl, my business is legitimate. I was watching one young lady on here on YouTube Girl is booming. She said she started off pretty slow. She said she spent $50 with startup. She made $100 that first month. So she kind of like, I would say she doubled her investment, but she said she spent 50. She really only made 50. And then now she got to do it all over again. So she really just going to buy 50 again just to make 50 more. You know what I'm saying? She's really not seeing profits. However, in her situation, she decided to change her product line and offer different services or different size of products that changed the game for her, and she kicked off. Like, so in that first year, she doing the damn thing. I think she grossed like $20,000 within the first 3 months. Again, I've only been in this business for 3 weeks. I ain't big time like that. I'm not big time like that. Then I seen some other young ladies who said they started off slow, but it's now a year later, they doing good. And these people still have not become a legitimate business. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what that is, what that means. Okay, so like I said, for me, I was going through all those things and I was like checking off the list. I was like, that sound good, but y'all missing stuff. Y'all missing stuff. Let's just go back to the original person, right? Okay, so she got tubes, she got the gel, she got the pigments, she got the business cards, she got website. That's what originally. Okay, so what's missing from her list of things that you really need to start a business? Well, you see this here? That's Avaya Beauty. You need a logo of some sort. Mine is so simple. Ooh, it's so simple. You could go to clip art on Google. You could go to a few different sites and get some free pictures or whatever and create your own logo. You can go to Fiverr and pay somebody $5 to design your logo. But the problem is that I'm finding with a lot of the people are, again, I'm using the word regurgitating the same logos. Like, I don't, roll with me. You've probably seen at least 100 doggone websites that has the eyelashes closed with the lady with the lips in the mouth. And then you see all the little extra stuff. Somebody threw some glitter around it and threw some butterflies around something. But most people got that same image as their logo. And you run the risk of that when you're actually paying somebody else to design a logo for you who's not necessarily drawing one for you. So if you're going to have somebody, pay somebody for a logo, I suggest having somebody that's going to actually draw it and not just use images off the internet, because you're going to run the risk of, one, having your logo look like somebody else's, two, using images from people's websites that may not be free. They may come after your ass for that. You never know. What else is she missing? She's the tubes. Both young ladies both said that $5 bag of Versagel will make you about 20 tubes, right? So you're thinking, 20 tubes of lip gloss, I could sell them for $5 each. That's $100 right there, money in the bank, right? You have to account for mistakes. Hold that thought. All right, so what I'm saying is you have to account for mistakes. You have to account for faulty products. You have to account for faulty made products. You have to, let's say for example, this, what I made here, this is one of my first batches. It looks like a little white gloss, right? But if you see here, you see all that product that dripped down to the bottom. And when I first made these, I had my little 20, because I said I could do this. I could follow these examples, right? Had my little 20, filled up my little tubes, you know what I'm saying? And 3 days later, separated. And I can't get this stuff out of here. Like, I could pull out this stopper and try to scrape it back out and start over, which I'm going to try maybe one day. But as of right now, when I initially did this, I had customers that wanted product. I couldn't have time to do that. So I had to figure out a way to get some new containers. So that first 20, I want to say I lost at least 6 containers from that first 20 just by making a faulty product. So you have to account for that. So you may not have that first 20. On top of the fact that half of us is ordering stuff off of Amazon, right? You don't know what the quality of that stuff is. You have to really find a good vendor. And that's going to take some research, you know, when you first open up your business. But you may get products like this. Like I said, all my friends love, you know, the applicators and stuff like that, right? Check this out. See this one? Bam. It broke. It's stuck down in my gloss. I just use this right now just for pictures. That's the only thing I use this tool for. It's stuck right now in here because it broke off. I don't even know how far down it's floating in there, but I can't sell this to nobody. So out of the 20 that I got with this, every last one of them, I said this in my last video, every last one of them that was red, no, I said this in the live stream I did yesterday. Every one of them was red. There was 20 in there, so it's 5. All 5 of them broke the exact same way. The applicator got stuck down in the gloss. I can't use them. So, hey, now I'm down to half. So of that 20 that I just bought, I'm down to half. So have I really effectively done business with just $50? You have to count for scales. You need scales to weigh your product. I see a lot of people on YouTube that are, they got a bowl in front of them. You got to count for the bowls. You got to get bowls. You got to get stirrers. You got to get spoons or whatever. They got the bowl down in front of them. They just squeezing oil and squeezing gel. Ain't nobody measuring nothing. In order for me, and I think most businesses, to have a successful product, you need to have consistency. So if you steady eyeballing how much gel and how much oil and how much color that you put into the thing, each time that you make a batch, you're going to make it different. So when you have customers who may possibly, you want them to be return customers, they're going to come back looking for Supernova, and now it's super flat because it ain't the same color that it was when I bought it the last time. Because why? Because I didn't measure shit. So you need a scale. You need a scale to measure. Scales cost about $9 to $12. So you got to figure that into this. I'm already over $50 now. When I added in the scale, when I have to account for containers that I can't use, labels. You have to be able to label your product. Or are you just going to be out there putting out regular lip gloss in a tube with no type of labeling? You selling these to your people and they don't know who you are. They don't know who you got it from. They can't share it with their friends because your identifying information is not on this tube. So you need to get labels. And most people are using these Avery address labels. You could probably find other companies online that have address labels that cost less than Avery. And they go from a range of $10 to $25, sometimes $35 for these doggone labels, depending on where you get them from. You have to make sure that you have some labels. A lot of the times that you get these labels, people are unaware. These are not waterproof. Get some water on these labels. Your ink gonna be gone, baby. Your ink gonna be gone. So what you have to do to combat that is to use 2 labels. So now you're using more labels than you thought you would have used in the beginning. Your $50 to $100 is starting to shrink more and more. To actually start up a business, you like everything that you're spending, you ain't finna make back because your cost is not gonna outweigh your profits is not gonna outweigh the cost that you're spending on it because you're trying to start off cheap. I'm not saying go out there and have to go get professional labels made. However, you have to take into account that this pack came with 10 sheets. I'm gonna use 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to waterproof my label. So I'm gonna double up. I'm gonna make a logo, a label there, and then put another one on top of it just so the stuff won't leak, won't print. And then for mine, not this particular one right here, I have my name on the front and the color and everything on the back. There's a lot of things that should go on your lip gloss label that is required by the FDA. And I noticed that I see a lot of products on the internet that are not up to that standard. And a lot of times people just don't care. I'm not one of them people. I'm one of them people that want to make sure that my business is legitimate when I open one. I don't want to have to be rebranding every doggone day just trying to make stuff right. But again, even I'm down to my 5 labels, right? Because I said I had to double up. Well, I did my first print. This is a different type of label, but my first print, I printed on the wrong doggone side. You know what I'm saying? All that was wrong. I had some errors. I didn't realize I still had labels in the printer. Something else printed out or something that was backed up or still printing. Made mistakes. You're going to make mistakes on your label. So there's some more gone. Some more money out the window. You know what I'm saying? I'm already over $100 now. Like I said, you need bowls. You need to be able to stir stuff. You need items to sanitize. I know we probably have like Lysol or Clorox underneath the sink, some vinegar, some baking soda. We might have all that underneath the sink. So that may not be a big hindrance, but when you sanitize your products, when you're using lip gloss, make sure that whatever you're sanitizing with is safe to be around food. Because you could sanitize something with a product that leaves a residue behind that you were unaware of, and it's not food safe. So, consider that when you're trying to, whether you're going to use your household items to actually sanitize things that you're going to put around your mouth. Then you have to get pipettes, syringes, because you got to fill these tubes up some kind of way, right? The spoon ain't going to work all the time. So you got to buy that. I bought a box of 100 syringes. I originally bought some pipettes. I hate them. I'm probably going to resell them because I hate them. So I bought some syringes that already have the needle nose that fits right into my tubes. I don't need the extra pipette, just to reach down in there to get my stuff in there. But that box cost me like $10 for 100. So that's something that you consider. Measuring spoons. You got to, if you're not trying to eyeball and just squeeze, regardless of your composition of your product, you want some measuring spools, so that makes sure you can get the right amount of oils, the right amounts of pigments, the right amount of micas, the right amounts of glitters, whatever. You want to make sure that they stay consistent. So having some measuring spoons, and again, you probably already have this stuff in your kitchen, but once you realize how much effort it takes to get all these damn oils and pigments and micas off them damn spoons so you can use them to cook your doggone spaghetti next week, you're going to want to have something specifically for your business. Trust and believe that. So you can essentially do things to start a business for $50 or $100, but I just don't think it's realistic, because a lot of both of these ladies, what I heard neither one of them say, and which I know is something that is very needed in a business, whether you are selling your business online or you're in a brick and mortar store, is a business license or permit. Out of the 51 states, plus Puerto Rico, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, there's only, I got them written down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 out of those that do not require that you register your business. And I'm going to go ahead and list them for you to make it simple. The state of Kansas, the state of Rhode Island, the state of Nebraska, South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Arizona with an exception. Those are the states that do not require you register your business. Arizona does not require that you register your business as a DBA or have a fictitious name registration, but you must file for a trade name in the state of Arizona. It's totally different. You have to research, then do your work. These registrations can go anywhere from $10 to $50. I live here in Florida. For my registration in Florida, if you're operating your business under a name that is not your legal name, I'm Portrait Davis. I'm not operating my business under Portrait Davis. I'm operating under Savard Beauty. If you are operating your business under a different name that is your own, in those states that is not those exceptions, you are required to file a fictitious name registration. Most banks, depending on the state that you're in, you should have a separate bank account for your business. But a lot of states will still allow you to use your personal, as long as the money is coming in your legal name and not your business name. But a lot of states require that you have that DBA to start a business account. The fictitious name registration. Fictitious name registration and DBA is not exactly the same, but some states combine them. I'll do a whole nother separate video on that when I talk about the LLCs and the incorporations and things like that. So you're not necessarily incorporated or anything like that, but most of these women that I've seen here in these YouTube streets have not legally registered their business. They are operating illegally. They're making tens of thousands of dollars. And by me being a former employee of the IRS, I know for a fact the IRS is going to start cracking down on small business. Who do you think they're going to start with first? Black people. Trust and believe me, baby. They're going to start with us first. So get your business registered. Don't go to, you see some of these sites out here that say, oh, I can register your business free for $0. That's a lie. Go to your government website and find out how to legally register your business and whether or not you will need a permit. Here in Florida, I don't need a permit because, one, the state of Florida does not collect sales tax. The state that I moved from, Missouri, they do not require a permit. Missouri and Florida are the only two states that do not require a business permit to sell. Florida has an exception. If you make $100,000 a year, or if you are going to sell, have at least 200 transactions, you need a permit. I've only been in business 3 weeks. I've already had 47 transactions. You better believe I'm going to have at least 200 throughout this year. I need a permit. Like I said, in the state of Florida, my permit is going to run me $60. It's going to cost me $10 for that fictitious name registration, $50 for the permit. So if I was to go off with those first two, $50, no, $50 is not going to start me a business because I got to pay for my permits. You need a business insurance policy. We are making products that are going on people's mouths. Well, some of us are using essential oils in our products. Essential oils are considered to be medicines. I'll do a separate video on that as well. You need a business insurance to cover your ass to make sure that you won't be in trouble. I'll do a whole separate video on insurance as well. The average insurance policy will cost you somewhere around $30 a month. You should have that before you start business. That was not accounted into that $30 and that $50 fee that those young ladies were talking about. How you gonna store your products? Where you gonna put them at? You gonna just throw them in the shoe drawer, junk drawer that we have in the kitchen? You need something to store your products in. That's gonna cost you something. What else do we ask? You have to consider the fact that the companies that you're using to collect your credit card payments, you have to pay them fees. And they will take that right out of your sales, but you have to account for that as well. One of the main things that you could do for free when you start your business is get together a business plan for free. There's a lot of templates on the internet that you can download. You can contact your local small business association. They will sit down with you and help you draw up one for free. A business plan is the first thing that you need to do before you put money into anything else. That is the only thing I can say that you can afford to do for under $50 and start a business legally, is to get your damn business plan together. So, can you start a business for less than $100, less than $50? Yeah. Would it be a legitimate business? No, because there's so many things that you have to consider as far as being a legitimate company: business licenses, seller's permits, insurance that must be considered. That's going to eat that $100 and that $50 up right away before you even start to buy products. You know what I'm saying? Logos that have to be made, labels and supplies, and there's a lot of things that factor in that. So, yeah, for me, starting a business for $50 or less, that ain't happening, Captain. It didn't happen, Captain. And I'll do another separate video on what I actually did spend. Ooh, am I going to do that? I don't know if I want to have y'all in my pockets like that. I may do a video on what I actually did spend to get started, and we'll see that. Meet me next Tuesday. I'll have some beauty tips on here on the channel, and then next Saturday we'll come back. And next Saturday I'm going to go over deciding your business entity, whether you're going to be a sole proprietor, LLC, incorporate, and talk about the insurance possibly if I don't run out of time. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.